What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and this week I've got something extra special for you guys. Well, first off, not for everyone, because obviously I know that these things that I'm going to be talking about today is not for everyone, but I know that it is for some of you cultured people out there. So basically what I'm trying to say is those of you with taste and class and some culture are actually going to appreciate what I'm going to be talking about today. For the rest of you, it's not my problem. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about something really special, and obviously with December and that sort of thing being just around the corner, and I know that most of you guys are starting to see that even the grocery stores and things like that are starting to put up Christmas decorations. So we know it is that time of the year. Things are starting to happen. People are starting to put plans in place for gifts and that sort of thing. So if you guys are in the market for a nice gift for a loved one, or even just for yourself, if you're into one of these things, this is definitely going to be for you guys. And obviously today we're going to be talking about the Enfield from Double Bell. Now, this is part of the World War II series from Double Bell. It's not the only one that we've got, but I know that you guys have seen the Car 98. We have done a video on the Car 98 before, but the Lee Enfield is one of the newer ones, as well as the Mosin Nagant, but I'm going to be talking about the Mosin in a separate video. But today we're going to be going over the Lee Enfield. Now, we have had these for a while, so some of you guys are probably seeing this for not the first time, of course. I know some of you guys have checked it out in the store and touched it and held it and drooled over it a little bit. I know it, I get it, but there was a reason why we waited this long to talk about it, and obviously we're not going to discuss that reason, but today we're going to be talking about it. So, like you guys are seeing here, this is a true to spec Lee Enfield World War II rifle from Double Bell. Now, it is real wood construction, it is stamped metal. You do get all your little markings, much like the real one, so it is very true to form. It functions like the real one. You do have a functioning safety, you do have the magazine, but I'm going to be talking about that just now because the magazine is what is kind of special about this thing. So much like the real one, you do have little quirks like little loose fittings and that sort of thing. It's not actually a problem, it's just how they are built. And of course, at the time and the era when these things were being used, this is what they were like, and they were fantastic. You kind of almost learn to appreciate the little quirks about it, the loose fittings and that sort of thing. But anyway, we digress. So the Lee Enfield, Lee Enfield from Double Bell. I apologize, my English is running out. Anyway, so full wood construction as well as full metal internals, adjustable rear sight, as you guys are seeing there. So exactly like the real one, and of course, obviously, if the safety is on, much like the real one, you cannot rack that bolt like so. Now, these, as far as internal workings go, are a little bit different. So if you guys have fired spring weapons or spring snipers or that sort of thing in the airsoft world, what you will know is you're obviously working on a spring and a piston. So when you are pulling your bolt back, you are compressing your spring, your piston locks back, and your cylinder rocks forward, and that is what essentially primes your weapon. Now, with the Double Bells, these are backwards. So essentially, you're not pulling against the spring, you're pushing against the spring. The reason for that being is, and this is what makes these things so damn cool, is they are, rookie error, they are shell ejecting. So you put your BB in the front like so, and of course it blasts out the front. I'm obviously giving you guys that realistic feel. So for those of you guys that are after realism and something just to replicate something, you know, from the past and something that's really fucking cool, this is the way to go. So, okay, so from a realism perspective, you've obviously got your magazine, which loads just like the real deal. Now, like I said, these are shell ejecting, so for use in the airsoft world or in the field or in game and that sort of thing, it might be a little bit of a problem. For those of you guys that are running the Car 98s, you do have the shell ejecting socks, so obviously that catches your shells and that sort of thing. They are not out for the Mosin just yet, or the Lee Enfield or anything like that just yet, but they are still coming. But basically, for now, for those of you guys who are after a little bit of realism and a little bit of plinking or something just to show off a little bit, this is the way you want to go. So obviously you load the mag like the real deal, and of course insert said mag. Now you'll see it actually forces itself back. Now when you load it in, your shell goes in, you're fighting against the spring, so when you are pushing it back in, it is a little bit tough. Like I said, it is backwards to your standard airsoft rifles where you're fighting the spring backwards. In this case, you're fighting it forwards. And that is obviously to facilitate the shell ejecting feature that comes with these guns. So, like so, shell out, next one in, and you are good to go. So let's give this thing a chrono. Let's check it out. Now, internally speaking, these guns are super simple, so there's not really a whole lot I can talk about. You do have a Type 4 barrel. It is much like pretty much any other airsoft sniper rifle out there. There's nothing fancy to talk about. They are super simple and super simple and super complex at the same time is actually the word I was looking for. So Not really a whole lot I can say on the internals, but simplicity is often better, and with something like this, you are going to want that simplicity. So let's check it out on the chrono, see what she's shooting at. Okay, so 394 feet per second. So it is legal to use it as an AR or as an assault rifle and that sort of thing. So you can basically run it as is and just go ahead. And for those of you guys that are playing your World War II games, I know there's a bunch of you out there, this thing is obviously going to serve that purpose just fine. And of course, you do get the added realism of shell ejection, which of course is damn cool. And yeah, so that being said, like I said, there's not a whole lot I can say on it because again, they are super simple but super complex at the same time. It is just the nature of spring guns. It's nothing like a Novrich or an Ares or anything like that where you do have something a little bit special on the inside here that I can talk about. It's not the case. These things are designed to replicate the real deal, and there it is right there. So go ahead, check it out. I will leave a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out and hopefully get yourself a nice hand-carved real wood Lee Enfield and add it to your collection. So like I said, that's pretty much all for you guys there. So go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, keep us going. And of course, stay tuned next week for our following video, which may or may not be the Mosin Nagant. We'll just have to wait and see. So I'll see you guys then. Guys, as always, stay classy and above all, call those hits. We'll see you guys then.